This video was digitized from a photo collection I received from a soldier by the name of Harry Chudzinski, and he graduated high school in 1948. And then, as you can see at this first picture, which is a nice little snapshot of his assignments, he went to Army Basic Training at Fort Knox, Kentucky, and he was with B Battery, 65th Armored Field Artillery. And then the picture collection starts with him at Fort Lawton, Washington, and he's waiting to deploy to Japan. And then you'll see the pictures progress to his time aboard USNS James O'Hara APA 90, and he's got some nice pictures of them boxing on there. And then you'll see he's got his line crossing ceremony card, Domain of the Golden Dragon, which was on the 10th of May 1950. So he's en route to Japan by May of 1950. And then once he arrives in Japan, he's assigned to the 7th Signal Company, 7th Infantry Division. And he's not there that long because the 7th Infantry Division deploys as one of the first elements to arrive in Korea at the start of the Korean War. And they participated in the Incheon landings in September of 1950. So, and some of the pictures that he has of his time in Korea with the 7th Infantry Division are around Seoul, which is near Incheon. So I believe he was part of that deployment to Korea. And then he's got some nice photos of his time in Korea. And you know, the 7th Infantry Division, like I just mentioned, was one of the first elements to arrive in Korea, and they were seriously undermanned at the time, and they were, you know, kind of thrown at the war effort as a kind of a stopgap during the Incheon landings. And he's with them until March, when you'll see the pictures pick up with him back in Japan, waiting to go back to the States. And then you'll see he's on a ship that arrives in Seattle sometime in early 1951. And you know, if you refer back to that first picture of his assignments, he then goes to Fort Sheridan, Illinois, with Detachment 1, Headquarters Company ASU. But he doesn't have any pictures in this collection of his time there, and that was with the 5th Army. So yeah, but just a really nice photo collection here of Harry Chudzinski and his time predominantly with the 7th Infantry Division in Korea during the Korean War. And I was lucky enough that he, you know, marked a majority of his photos in this collection. So, you know, I'll mark those as this picture slideshow goes on. So, you know, it's kind of easy to follow his timeline from being at Fort Lawton, Washington, waiting to deploy, arriving in Japan, then arriving in Korea, and then coming back to Japan, and then back to the States. So yeah, just a really neat picture collection of the 7th Infantry Division during the Korean War in 1950-51. And hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this bit of history. Try to upload military and patriotic videos to my site here, about every other day. And if you're interested in a good read, check out my books at www.edsemler.com.